Guys, I have a dilemma. I got tickets to see the new Mission Impossible movie tomorrow. The problem is, I've only ever seen a handful of these movies, and the ones I have seen, it's been years. I don't remember anything. So really, I have two options. Either I can go into the finale completely blind, or I can binge the entire series today. The time is 11:06 a.m. We're starting off quite late already. I probably should have started this a few hours ago, but it's too late now. It's been a while since I've seen any of these, so hopefully it should be kind of fun. Who knows? Maybe they're actually all really bad and this is gonna be the worst day of my life. But you know what? Let's try and enjoy the day because it's already starting off terribly. Okay, the time is now 12:55. But wow, that was really good. I forgot how good of a movie that was. The first one, there's so much going on. This is like the genesis of spying. This has everything. Everyone's against Tom Cruise. There's an evil mole. He's being set up. It's just good stuff. I don't really have all that much else to say about this one. Was Tom Cruise a Scientologist at this point, or was he still normal? Someone tell me, please. I'm ready for the next one. I'm a little more awake. By the way, I'm raw dogging this whole challenge. No energy drinks, no coffee, no caffeine. All I have is my desire to win. And that's all I need. One movie down, 6 more to go. I'll see you guys in a few hours. I'll check back in, and we'll see how we're doing then. Get a time check. It is 3:14 p.m. Wow. Mission Impossible is bad. It's really bad. This movie is very, very long. Like, it could have ended half an hour before it did, but I'm kind of glad that it didn't. I'm only 2 movies in, and I'm loving this. I mean, this is fun. It's got explosions. There's a girl. There's a motorcycle chase. There's ridiculous plot armor. I mean, what else could you want? And at the end of the movie, Tom Cruise and the bad guy are both on bikes, and they're coming at each other, and they're basically jousting, and then they do a spin, and then start fighting on the beach. Tom Cruise kicks the sand, and a gun comes flying up, and he shoots the guy to end the movie. Like, what am I watching? They just don't make them like this anymore, and it's hard to put into words what I mean, but the camera moves differently. The shots they're like grainy. Also, everyone in this movie just has masks. Everyone has the the pull away mask. Everyone has one of those. The good guy, the bad guy. I get the bad guy was like a spy and everything, but it gets to the point where Ethan just has masks on hand. Like, we're in the third act, and out of nowhere, he just has a mask ready for this guy he's gonna mimic. But there was never a build-up that he was gonna have to use this guy specifically, so I guess he made it in the hallway. This movie's not great. One was definitely better, but this was fun. This was ridiculous. We got explosions every few seconds. If you touch a car, it goes kaboom. I feel amazing right now. These movies are like re-energizing me. If the first one's like a 7, this one's like a 4. The next one is Mission Impossible, and you could say I'm a little excited. I'm kind of hyped. Mission Impossible it's the best one so far. It's not even close. The way the last movie dragged into infinity, this one flew by. It never slowed down to the point where I wanted to check my phone and just get away from it for a little bit. You know a movie's gonna be good when the beginning is actually the ending, or kind of the middle. That's not true. Most movies actually are terrible that do that. But this is an example of how it's used properly. Simply because it uses that initial time jump to establish Owen Davian as the best villain we've gotten so far. It teaches us that he doesn't play around, that what he says he's actually going to do, and that is the right way to do it, because when we are introduced to him and we see his threats, they're justified because of what we saw earlier. This movie is just one twist after the next after the next. Here, let me take my mask off. Let me take my mask off. Car fights, drones, missiles, explosions. I mean, what more could you want? I kept thinking throughout the whole movie, could this have been a trilogy and they stopped it here? And yes, they could have done that. There are these hints of finality. Everything is coming to a close. Ethan has a wife. He's not really a spy anymore. This definitely could have been his last mission. But you know, it's always a good sign when you see a franchise go past 3. They go to 4. And then they make 5, and they make 6, and they make 7, and then they make 8. I'd give this one an 8. This was really good. I think this is the best one they've made so far. I think this is where it's really going to start being a challenge. I'm a little tired. I didn't do a time check yet, but it is 5:50, almost 6 p.m. We've been at this for almost 7 hours now. I'm starting to feel it a little bit. It's sort of building on me, but we're not even halfway. Oh my god. Oh my god. We still have 4 more, but I'll check back in about a few hours. But the scope of this is starting to set in. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, the time is 8 p.m. 8:01. Mission 4 Possible is very different than the first 3. We've officially entered the modern age of spy movies. Everything's a little less saturated. Everyone's a little more pale, like me. Surfaces are a little more gray, and we've also upped the stakes significantly. We've gone nuclear. Everything's about nukes now. I think this is where it became more about the stunts for this franchise than anything else. It's less about how impossible the mission is, and it's now more about how big can we make the theatrics? How large of a set piece can we make? In this one, Ethan has become a ragdoll. He's kind of just doing everything. He's more or less invincible. One of his traits is just being lucky. It's kind of insane. But yeah, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. These next few are gonna be rough. That's all I can say. We have 3 more movies to go. I don't know how I'm gonna get through these next bits. Painfully, probably. And we're just now reaching the halfway mark. But I've heard these movies get a lot longer, so I'm not looking forward to these. These are going to be rough. I'd give this one a 6. Hawkeye being here was kind of cool, and the amount of BMW product placement is insanity. But yeah, on to the next one. Okay, let's get a time check going. It is 10:25 p.m. It's hit. I'm tired. It's pitch black outside. There are no more birds. Everyone's asleep. I'm falling apart here. But Mission Impossible 5 is really good. It's like the better version of 4. More BMWs, more big stunts, more man stuff. The BMW M3 bike chase scene, that whole sequence was amazing. But I'm starting to notice a problem with this series. The second act of most of these movies is so insane that it feels like a third act almost. There's always some large set piece and you're like, okay, this is the finale. We're reaching the end here. And then I check the time and there's still an hour left. Tom Cruise is a crazy guy. He's a bit of a nut. But oh my god, that man knows how to make an action movie. This isn't cheap garbage you put on in the background when there's nothing else. Leave that to the beekeeper or the working man. This is premium action. The end when the evil guy gets thrown in the glass box and the smoke starts coming in and then the anthem starts playing and you get that one singular riff. It just hits you like a train. But I'm still waiting for Superman to show up. I think he's in one of these, or there might be James Bond. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I've got a headache going. I'm literally fighting the urge to like fall asleep because we're going on. I can't even do the numbers anymore. It feels like it's been the whole day. We started earlier and now it's later. We still have 2 more movies to get through. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But on to the next one. It was this one. Superman he's in this one. Gotta love Henry Cavill. We just finished Mission Impossible 6. God, that was a long one. Let's get a time check going. It is 1:01 a.m. These movies just do not end. This one felt incredibly long. Like, I think it was 2 hours 20. It felt like 4 hours. I don't know if I'm just delirious or if it wasn't that good of a movie, but it just felt like it was never gonna end. But the thing is, it was actually it was still a good movie. Yeah, I can't even lie. This was a nice ending to Tom Cruise as a character. They could have ended the series here. They should have. It should have just stopped. This should be the last one. I don't want to do the last 2 because there's still 2 more after this. How are there more? What are they doing? Tom Cruise, he's an old guy. He's like in his 60s or something. Let the man rest. My head hurts a lot. It's been a long day. That bed you see behind me, right? I want to go sleep in that bed, but I can't because we're not done yet. We still have 1 more movie to go. This franchise boils down to like Tom Cruise running like Sonic, big stunts, and then like nuclear warfare. That's all that this franchise is. But that's enough for now. I'll check back in 3 hours when the final movie's over. This is the home stretch. We're in the end game now. It's 1 more movie. It's just one last one, the longest one yet. And here we are. We just finished Mission Impossible 7. Let's get our last time check for the night. It is 3:44 a.m. Oh my god. We actually succeeded. I wasn't expecting that. I feel awful right now. I feel the worst I felt in a long time. But that's besides the point. You know why? Because we succeeded. Starting this challenge this late in the day definitely did not help. This movie was long. I actually wrote down some notes. I wrote down 2 notes. First one says, yeah, we didn't need this one. And the second one says, oh no, guys, evil AI. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. All I want to do right now is go to sleep. You know, watching these in succession, one after the other, it's kind of fun. If for some reason you're unemployed for the entire day, I'd recommend doing this. Let me put you on. What you want to do is go to Paramount Plus, get their free week trial, watch everything you want to watch, binge all these movies, maybe not in a day, maybe space it out across the week or maybe a few days, and then cancel the free trial. But yeah, I'm gonna go celebrate and go to sleep, and then we're gonna wake up, and then we're gonna go see the 8th installment, the final reckoning. Guys, that finale was not worth the effort. I am utterly disappointed. This finale is long, it's bloated. I will say it was finally nice to watch one of these movies on the big screen, but I'm left feeling like I'm missing a proper send-off to the character of Ethan Hunt. This movie felt like the rest of them, with some nostalgia clips sprinkled in. I am incredibly underwhelmed. This final movie was like a 5 out of 10. This was such a letdown. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't anything crazy. This wasn't a finale. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you if you made it to the end. Have a good night.